Om Shanti, this is Sakar Murli of 15th August 2025, Morning Murli Bab Dada Madhuban. As in sweet children wake up early in the morning and think about how much a teeny soul makes such a huge body functions. I, a soul, have an imperishable part recorded in me. Question: what practice does Shivbaba have and what practice does he not have? Answer: Shivbaba has the practice of the decorating souls with the jewelers of knowledge, but he doesn't have the practice of the decorating bodies because he says, I do not have a body of my own. Although I take this one's body on a loan, it is that soul that decorates his own body. I don't do that. I am always bodiless. So, even though the world may change, we will not change or turn away. Om Shanti. You children heard this song? Who heard it? You souls heard it with the ears of your bodies. You children now understand how tiny each soul is. When there is not a soul in the body is of no use. Such a huge body functions with the support of such a teeny soul. No one in the world knows what the soul is that is present in this chart. This is the throne of the souls and immortal image. You children receive this knowledge. It is so entertaining and also meaningful. When you hear something meaningful and continually thinks about it, you children also continue to think about how such a teeny soul is in such a big body. A part of 84 births is recorded in this soul. The body perishes and the soul remains. This is something to think about. Wake up in the morning and think about these things. You children have now remembered that a soul is very teeny and has received an internal part. I, a soul, am so wonderful. This is a new knowledge and no one in the world knows about it. Only the Father comes and tells you this. You have to keep thinking about how such a teeny soul plays his part. A body is made of 5 elements. Baba doesn't know how Shiv Baba's soul comes and goes. It isn't that he constantly staying in this body. Therefore, you should think about these things. No one else can receive such a knowledge as this, which the Father gives you children. You know that this soul's Brahma Baba truly did not have this knowledge before. No one at other spiritual gathering ever thinks about these things. No one has the slightest knowledge of the souls or the Supreme Soul. No one a sannyas or a holy man knows. That is the souls that gives a mantras to others through his body. Souls study the scriptures with their bodies. Not a single human being is a soul conscious. No one has this knowledge of the souls. Therefore, how could anyone have this knowledge of a Father? You children know that it is to you souls that the Father says, sweetest children, you are becoming so sensible. There isn't a single human being who understands that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, sits here and teaches the soul that is in this body. These matters have to be clearly understood. However, when you become busy with your business, etc., you forget. First of all, the Father gives you this knowledge of the souls. No human beings have this knowledge. It is remembered that the souls remain separated from the Supreme Souls for a long time. There is an account of this. You children know that it is a soul that speaks through a body. Each soul performs a good or a bad act through a body. The Father comes and makes your soul so beautiful. First of all, the Father says when you wake up in the morning, practice thinking about what the soul who listens through your body is. The Father of the souls is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Souls, who is also called the Purifier and the Ocean of Knowledge. Therefore, how could any human beings be called an ocean of happiness or an ocean of peace, as they say? Would you say that Lakshmi and Narayan are constantly ocean of the purity? No, only the one Father is constantly the ocean of the purity. Human beings simply sit and speak about the scriptures of the path of devotions. They don't have any practical experience. They don't understand that it is the souls that praise the Father through their bodies. He is our very sweet Baba. He alone is the bestower of the happiness. The Father says, O souls, now follow my directions. Your imperishable souls receive internal directions from the eternal Father. Those perishable bodily beings receive directions from a perishable body being. In the golden age, you receive the reward that you earned here. There, no one receives a wrong direction. The Srimad that you are giving now is internal. It lasts for a half of cycle. This is the new knowledge. You need to have a such intellect that you are able to grasp this and then act upon it. Only those who have done devotions from the beginning will be able to imbibe this very well. You should understand that if your intellect is unable to imbibe this well, you definitely have not done devotions from beginning. The Father says, if you don't understand anything, then ask the Fathers, because He is internal surgeon. He is also called the Supreme Souls. When souls become a pure, they are fresh. When there is a phrase of the souls, there is also phrase of their bodies. When a soul is a tamopardhan, even his body isn't fresh. At this time, you children receive a very deep intellect. It is you souls that receive them. You souls have to become a very sweet and give happiness to everyone. Baba is so sweet. He also makes souls very sweet. Practice. We souls must not perform any unrighteous actions. Check. I am doing anything unrighteous. Would Shiv Baba do anything unrighteous? No. He comes to carry out the most elevated benevolent task of all. He grants salvations to everyone. Therefore, you children have to perform the same task that the Father carries out. You have been told that those who have done a lot of devotions from the beginning will able to return this knowledge. Even now, there are many devotees of the deities. There are even ready to cut off their own heads. Those who have done a little devotions continue to hang around the ones who have done a lot of devotions. They sing a phrase of them. Everything of there is a physically visible. Here you are indigo. Your intellects have this whole knowledge of the beginning, the middle and the end of the world. You children also know that the Father has come to teach us that we are now to go back home. The place where all souls residence is our home. Since there are no bodies there, how could there be any sound? Without a soul, a body becomes a non-living. Human beings have so much attachment to their bodies. When a soul leaves his body, only the 5 elements remain, and yet human beings still have so much love for that. A wife is ready to climb on to her husband's funeral pray. There is so much attachment to that body. You now understand that you have to destroy all your attachment to the whole world. This body is going to be destroyed, so all attachment has to remove from it. However, there is a lot of attachment. On the day of the remembrance of the departed soul, a Brahman priestess is offered food. They indirectly offer the food to the departed spirit. Red souls cannot eat anything. You children now have to separate yourselves from those things. Each one plays his own part in the drama. At this time, you know that you have to become destroyers of the attachment. There is a story of the king who conquered the attachments. There was not only a king who conquered attachment. They just made up many stories. There are no ultimate that there. Therefore, there is no question of the asking about anything. It is at this time that you made into a conquerors of the attachment. In the golden age, there are the kings who conquer attachment, as are they king or queen, so their subjects. In fact, that the whole kingdom is of those who conquer attachment. It is in the Ravan's kingdom that there is attachment. There is no vice there because Ravan's kingdom is not there. Ravan kingdom disappears. No one knows anything about what happens in the kingdom of the Rama. No one but the fathers can tell you these things. Although the father is in this body, he still remains soul conscious. Even when a house is taken on a loan or a rented, there is a still attachment to that house. People furnish their houses very well. That one doesn't need to furnish anything because the father is a bodiless. He doesn't have any practice of the decorating bodies. He only has the practice of the decorating you children with these imperishable jewels of this knowledge. He explains to you the secrets of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. This body is impure, but when he receives his next body, that will be pure. At this time, this world is old and has to be destroyed. No one in the world knows this. They will gradually come to know about it. It is only the fathers take a task to establish that new world and to destroy this old world. The fathers comes and creates a creation through Brahma in order to establish that new world. Are you in a new world? No. That new world is the beginning established. Therefore, the top notch of the Brahmans is the highest. Baba has explained that when you come face to face with Baba, first of all remember that you are coming directly in front of God the Father. Shivbaba is incorporeal. How can you go face to face in front of him? Therefore you have to remember that the Father and then come to in front of this Father. You know that he is sitting in his man. This body is impure. When you do something without being in member of the Shiv Baba, since is the accumulate, we are going to Shiv Baba. Then in our next bus, we will have different relatives. There we will go into labs of the deities. Only once do we receive this lab of the God. You say, Baba, I now belong to you. There are many who have never even seen him. They live outside and they write to Shiv Baba, Baba, I have become your adopted child. There is this knowledge in the intellect. The soul says, I now belong to the Shiv Baba. Before this, we were in the labs of the impure ones. In the future, we will go into the labs of the pure deities. This birth is invaluable. You become as valuable as diamond at the confluence age. The confluence age is not the meeting of the rivers of the water within oceans. There is the difference of the night and day. The Brahmaputra river is the biggest river. It meets an oceans. Rivers flow into the oceans. You are rivers of the knowledge who have emerged from the ocean. Shiv Baba is the ocean of the knowledge. The biggest river of the all is the Brahmaputra river. This one's name is the Brahma. He is so similar to the oceans. You know from where the rivers emerge. They emerge from an oceans and then emerge back into an oceans. Sweet water is drawn from the oceans. You children of the oceans come and then merge into the oceans. You have to emerge from the ocean of knowledge, and all of you will then go back with him to where he resides. You souls also stay there. The ocean of knowledge comes and makes you sweet and pure. He makes the souls that have become a salty sweet again. The salty rubbish of the five vices is removed from you, and you become a satopardhan from tamopardhan. The Father inspires you to make a lot of effort. You were so satopardhan when you lived in heaven. You have to now become completely daddy. Look what Ravan has made you become. Only in the Bharat it is remembered, a birth as invaluable as a diamond. Baba continues to ask you, why do as a distress yourself chasing after shells? In any case, you don't need many shells. The poor understand very quickly. The wealthy believe that it is a heaven where from them now You children know that the birth of the all human beings at this time is worthless as a shells. We too are like that. Look what Baba is now making us become. You have the aim and objective of the changing from human beings into a Narayans. Bharat is a now poverty stricken and worth a shell. The people of the Bharat themselves don't know this. Here you are very ordinary, weak and innocent mother. Important people do not feel like sitting here. Instead, they go to big gatherings where they are great sannyas and gurus, etc. The father says, I am the Lord of the poor. It is said God protects the poor. You now know how wealthy you used to be. You are now once again becoming that. Baba writes that you are going to becoming multimillionaires. There is no fighting or battling there. Here there is so much fighting over money. There is also so many prosperity. Human beings need money. You children know that Baba is filling your treasure stores. Take as much wealth as you want for a half of cycle. However, you do have to make full effort. Don't become a careless. It is said, follow the Father. By following the Father, this is what you will become, Lakshmi or Narayan, from an ordinary man or a woman. This is an important examination. Don't be even slightly careless in this. The Father is giving you Shrimad, therefore follow it. Don't disobey the rules and regulations. You become elevated by following Shrimad. The destination is very high. Keep a daily account as to whether there was a profit or a loss, how much you remembered the Father as, and to how many you showed this path. You are sticks for the behind. Each of you receive a third eye of this knowledge. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to spiritual children. The spiritual children say Namaste to spiritual father. Essence for dharana: become just as sweet as the Father and give everyone's happiness. Don't perform any unrighteous acts. Perform the most elevated task of the benevolence. 2. Don't distress yourselves chasing after shells. Make effort and make your life as valuable as a diamond. Don't be careless. Blessings: may your intellect constantly have a faith and you remain carefree by letting the foot of your faith remain unshakable. The biggest illness is a worry, and doctors do not have any medicines for it. However much those with the worry chase attainments, the further away those attainments run. Therefore, let the foot of your faith constantly remain unshakable. When you have one strength and one support and remain unshakable, victory is then guaranteed. Guaranteed victory makes you constantly carefree. Maya comes in a different form in order to shake the foot of your faith. However, you can let Maya shake, but you cannot let the foot of your faith shake. You will then receive the blessings of the remaining carefree. Slogan: continue to see each one's specialty and you will become a special soul. Avyak signal: in order to be an easy yogi, become experienced in a God's love. The divine activities of you gopis and gops have been remembered as I experience the happiness of the all relationships with the Father and remaining absorbed in Him. This means to remain merged in His love. When you meet someone with the deep love, these are the words of that meeting with the love. They become merged in one another, or the two meet and become one. So to the become merged in the Father's love means your form becomes the same as the Father. Acha, Om Shanti.